Hello and welcome back to Factorio's C Block. In our last episode, we finally got to start building our setup for making all these crystals. The final step, of course, being the harmonic crystal splinters, along with the polished blue, red, and greens as our output products. We also have, of course, a bunch of byproducts we're going to have to manage and deal with. But we have at least temporarily or tentatively laid out the first few steps, or the last rather few steps in this process. And we're kind of working our way backwards towards where we're headed. So I want to continue with the next piece, which is calcium carbonate. That gets fed into the algae farm in the end, of course. So we're going to have to make sure that it connects up to that somehow, some way. And so that's down here. That we could do, let's see, we need 2 of those. We could do them on this side. I want to be careful though, because we do need to also get acid in on this side. And how to make that acid, I'm not sure yet. So maybe we do this on the bottom instead. That might be best anyway. And we can just lay it out here, and we'll plan like it'll connect up, but we're not going to put it right up against it just in case we decide we want something later. So those 2, they're going to output 0.151 together, so that's nothing. This is going to output 0.6 to 2 of them, so that's fine. 1.2 coming in from another red thingy here. That should be okay as well. We can connect that up at least tentatively this way. And then we need 2 of these thermal water bores, and they're going to get do the thermal water, which is a liquid. And I think for these we can potentially push them right up against that and just put a pipe in here like that. I think that'll be okay. And then they will need to connect to 2 stone filtered furnace here, or filtering furnaces here, making this this stuff here, which is lithium salt, and that's made by 2 of these guys making brown algae. And that just needs some saline in, which we've talked about the saline a bit already, and we're going to have some sort of a fluid bus managing that. And that's the beginning of this line, is the saline. We can actually run that right in the middle there somehow. And then these will just inserters across, and this should be okay. The biggest number here is biggest number of solid product here is this 3, but that's 1.5 each, so I think it should be fine. On this side, we have ammonia, and so we can do this, making the ammonia gas, and we could plug that directly in if we want, if it works out okay at least. And that's going to need to also have red metal catalysts being managed in there. Those are down here, so we'll put that up at least like that. Those will have to go in and out. We might put them in through a box, at least one way or the other, just to make sure that we can buffer them a little bit, but generally speaking, in and out. And then we have this, which is making nitrogen and oxygen. We could potentially do something like that. We'll have to see. And then you need air, which is just one of these, like that. They're all such tiny numbers after this that it's crazy on the nitrogen side. We could also have, by the way, piped the nitrogen in from over here, but I can see it. I can see that it might cause a problem later. So I think doing a dedicated nitrogen build for this might be the best idea. And by the way, this is working again, making the alienated fertilizer, so that these are working again after we fixed it due to this missing underground pipe thingy here. And then we have a chemical plant, electrolyzing plant rather, electrolyzing hydrogen and oxygen. We could potentially do something like this. This is a bit of a puzzle. We could maybe even do it like this. Push this one up there. Well, if I'm going to do that, then I might as well just do this. Yeah, let's just do it like that. I think that'll be fine. And this needs purified water in. And is that the bottom of the line here? It is. So the bottom of the line is purified water and air. These would connect up something like this and that. And then this one could go and connect up to its friend there. There was something that we needed the oxygen for in another build somewhere. Let's see. Oxygen is being drawn into the acid, the sulfuric acid specifically. So we'll want to connect this up to that build whenever we get to that build. But we'll also need to make sure that we still have an overflow on it, because we still have a bit of a surplus here. So we're going to have to overflow it into the into that. And why is there's hydrogen produced in excess there? Interesting. So we're producing 3.75 extra hydrogen here. How much are we using here? Ooh. We're only using 1.5 here. Can I use the surplus hydrogen from this build so as to not need the hydrogen here? And the answer is yes. Let's take that out. That still puts us hydrogen positive. It puts us oxygen negative, though. Interesting. By half. So we would need to do a little bit of electrolyzation there. But we could, we just get that from air. We just need to do a little more air production then. Let's see, you. In that case, I think we should take out this as well. And of course, the air behind it. And then we should do another build for hydrogen and oxygen. Or nitrogen and oxygen, rather. This here. That's the greater of the two, so that's good. And then we still have a surplus of hydrogen. We still have a surplus. We have a surplus of nitrogen because we're dedicating it to dedicating oxygen. This isn't too bad as far as that goes. And then we can do air here, and that's still just a tiny amount. I think that's better. So in that case, this should not be done this way at all. We should do this completely separate, or somehow different. So we'll leave that alone for now, I think, and we'll come back to it as we do that part and connect all this stuff up together. And so now comes the fun part. The fish. We'll start, of course, or we'll do, of course, this part, and then we'll get into the nutrient pulp after that. I'm going to come over here and build this. It might get flip-flopped and put on this side permanently, but we're going to start on this side. We need to have 19 of these and 2 of these. That's an odd number. So we'll use this as a basic build here. And we can stop it there. And we need to put some more landfill down. Let's do this. And we'll do some more landfill. I suspected we would need more. I'm going to build a bunch here. It goes quickly, which is nice. There. Except... Oh, wait, never mind. That. So this is how many of these? 21. We needed 19 and 2. Well, that's conveniently good. But this is 19 of the ones making the petting, which is not the recipe we were using before. We need to switch this recipe to petting, as well as all of these up to a point. And that point is going to be right there. These 2 here will still be the breeding ones, whereas all the rest of them should be petting now. Unfortunately, there's no real way to tell because the icons look the same. Almost the same. There actually is a little bit. There's a heart behind the ones that are breeding that you can barely see. Partially, that's probably because I'm using Santa rays, and maybe, to be fair, I didn't do the math to see if Santa rays were still the best ones to do this for. But we'll do this and we'll see how it goes. So actually that was good, in which case we need to also take at least some of what we have here. This is going to be a lot simpler. A whole lot simpler. Put this down there. But I want to take this out, that out. I want to bring this all closer because I don't think we need that much space. And this can actually go just around in a circle. I don't think we need to do any side loading things because there's not going to be 2 things on this belt anymore like there are here. We do not need the meat side. We only need the fish side because there's only 2 of these that need meat. The rest of them just need the waters or the liquids as well as the fish. So if we put the fish on this belt, they'll all be on the outside because they'll all be putting out onto the outside. We have a total of... Trying to see if I can figure out exactly what the number is here, but guess a total of about 2. Yeah, actually not even that much, 1.87 or so fish. And then this little bit here, and that's a tiny bit. And that should do it. And then what we're going to do with this is we're going to put this thing right in here someplace. Take 2 of these, and they will just put, let's get one step closer. Put them here, and they're just going to grab the meat from here and put them into those 2 and keep them fed. So we'll just need to take a fish off of this belt and feed it into there, and that'll process them into meat to feed back into there. And because they produce the surplus of fish, and these produce the surplus of polluted artificial fish water, we should end up with a nicely balanced production of the fish water. So they just produce so much faster. You got 30 seconds versus 60 seconds. So that's our big difference there. So that should work out okay. And then we just need 5 or 4 plus the one upgraded one of these. And so we'll do that somewhere in here. They need saline and water. Maybe we'll do this over here. We already had this pipe connected here before. That'd be as good a place as any, I think. Let's do that then. 2, 3, 4. Nope, they got to be separated. Like that. Because we don't have 2.0's fancy... whoa. How did I drop that blueprint? I think I know what I did. I think I hit Q. We'll do this, and we'll do that, and we'll just put a straight pipe in here, I think, because they only have 2 liquids in, 1 liquid out, so straight pipe is fine. We'll do a belt weave here, a pipe weave here. Maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. And that'll just bring in water and saline for those. One of these, though, needs to be a level 2 plant, which I don't think I made. Upgrade one of those to level 2. At least check and see if you have a level 2 first. That's the ones, these are the 2s. Yep. Gotta have one level 2 to make up for that 0.08. I'd rather do that instead of building a 5th one. It's 6 of one, half dozen the other. It might even make more sense electricity-wise to do it the other way. But I'm okay. I think I would rather just do this. Oops. I queued again. There to there. And then we can just pipe weave that, and that should connect up. And that takes care of this screen. But then we have also the nutrient pulp, which is the next little bit of a challenge. We do have that pipe there, and so we could potentially just hook it into that. You're going to output from this. Start there, I guess. One of these. 2 of these. This is going to be a little bit more complicated of a build. One of these. Need to make mud or soil, rather, to put into there with 2 of these. We need one of these turning the wheaten into the compost, and then we need one of these turning mud water into all the things. Okay. Yeah, this will be a little bit complicated here then. What I think I'd like to, you're outputting the wheaten. You are taking it in, you're taking it in and outputting the seeds to go back into these guys. And you also need the wheaten. But you need to pass your compost back here to make the mud. Now, what I'd like to do we have a 2x2 chest in Angel Bob's? I don't think so. I think these are 4x4 or something. And I don't know that there's another chest anywhere else. There's all these crazy-ass tanks, wherever those are, here, that are all different sizes, all different shapes, and all different whatevers. But there are no extra chests besides, like, the brass ones and that, which is unfortunate. The warehouse is way too big. These are just decorated silos or stylized silos. They aren't going to do me any good. So unless I'm missing a medium or middle-sized chest, I'm going to do one of these silos, I think. And we'll just build around that. So let's see how this is going to work out. You need to output or input from the silo. You need to input from the silo. You need to input to the silo. Maybe you go up here then, actually. Could even be there. Maybe. There. And you need to output from the silo. And we have the wheaten in the silo. And then you could output there, there, without that one. And without that one. And you could go something like that. I think these might need to get moved a bit up. Maybe even more, but we'll see. You can go maybe like this. Yeah. Flip that. Oops, wrong flip. That rotated. You can go there. You're going to take in the seeds. Or taking the wheat in to make the seeds. This is passing the seeds back out to the farms. We don't need to buffer them because we're buffering the wheat. And then we can do this to output the wheaten into there to make into the corn. That might work. This goes this way. That's, we have to check the numbers here, but this might work. That goes this way. This makes fertilizer, which can go like this. And like this. Sorry, the soil, that is. Fertilizer to the soil. The soil needs these. Like that. You take this pipe out from here, one way or the other. We can get a water pipe through here. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's see how this works out numbers-wise now. You're going to output 0.192 mud. That goes into half each into those. That's perfectly fine. You're going to need 0.383 wheat. That's perfectly fine. Outputting into 0.192 fertilizer, going two different directions. That's fine. Or compost, whatever it is, compost. The soil then is 0.192. There's two of those, so that's half of that. Perfectly fine. And then the wheaten goes into the seed maker, 0.172. Perfectly fine. To be straight. And 0.192 out in two different directions. That's way better. This is taken care of already. This is 1.9 coming out from here into this. I didn't do those. But that should be fine. We'll do this. And we'll do G that. That will take plenty out. Those go into here. We'll probably limit this to like a row or something. Doesn't need to be huge. But it could just be one stack even. That will output into this, which needs 1.3 out. It can handle 3.6. That's perfectly fine. And this will output 0.67 into this guy. So, provisionally, that is disturbingly good. This can go here. You can be perfectly fine as a single, because it's only 0.67. And then this pipe can go in here like this. I like that build. That's really good. Yeah, that's really good. If I connected everything up properly, I think it's good anyway. So water will come in here. Muddy water will come in here. And then we'll have to drain and vent this, and this also needs to be drained or vented too. This could also be rotated in any other directions if we wanted to accommodate something different. This also might be better pointed downward instead of sideward, but we can deal with that too a bit later, I think. So that's pretty good. See how that works out. Who's next? This acid is next. What time are we at? Yeah, we could do one more. We could do a small build, and then I think we'll have to see and maybe go to another episode for the next bit. This plugs into here. This here can just plug directly in. We need to make this next, which can go into there, either output. And then we need to electrolyze that like this. And remember, this is the hydrogen that we need for down here. There. This needs to go down this way, and this needs to come out this way. and connect up somehow with that. If this is the right positioning for this, I don't know, but we're just going to put it together now to remind myself. No, I better not, actually. Let's take this out, leave the undergrounds there as markers, but we'll take that out for now. And that's simple. What do we have left to build? Yeah, we had better wait and do the last ones there in the next episode, I think, just because of time. And what we'll end up with is one build for the geodes, which will give us the crystal dust, which is going to be basically a copy or a version of what we have already here. And then we'll also need a build for the sulfuric acid, which will be pretty simple. And then we'll have this build here for the nitrogen. You know what? Actually, this might be simple enough that we can just copy-paste it. Let's just do it. So let's just do it now. Let's take this here. Copy this. I changed my mind. I'm sorry for that. I'm going to take just this part here. I think. Now I'm going to take all of this, and then we'll just get rid of some of it. Yeah, let's do that. This will come down somewhere. I don't know exactly where I'm going to position it yet, but this will come down this way. This comes out. And we don't need this belt either. So something else. I think it was mud or something coming out. That will take care of this. Making all the geodes. I did make all these, right? Did I not make all those? I only have one of those. Wait a minute. I don't need all those. I don't need all those. This is much tinier than I don't need as much of this as I thought I did. Let's take all of that out then. This too. Not as much copy paste as I thought. This will be this. And I didn't do the rest of this. This has heavy mud water. I missed a step here. There we are. Viscous mud water. And, oh, we need a lot of those, though. Wait a minute. Why are you producing so much of that? Oh, it's matrix solve. Wait. Why is matrix solving that part? There we go. Tiny amount of mud coming out. That could actually what we should do is take this out of this step and take it out of this one as well and make those be a united front as well, I think. Like we did with this. We need the heavy mud water. Primarily. Although we do need the mud first. So the mud's gotta be the thing that comes to zero, because we have to have the mud, and this just gets flushed still. There's still only one of this level or one of that level. That's not bad, and that gets combined up with this over here then. So we'll have to keep that in mind, but I think we can accomplish that okay. And then it brings the heavy mud water over to this thing to make these crystals. So maybe this is better rotated, that we can do a build like that. Connecting these together with that. Backwards, though. We'll have to figure that part out. Piecing it together, that is. This shouldn't need to be here. And that way we don't have to make as much stuff. And then we can do quickly the sulfuric build. And that should just be fairly simple as well over here. Over here, we have this goes into that. Then you have not that, but this plugging into there. Purified water, of course. Oxygen goes in here from down here somewhere. No, this was that universal build or the shared build we were going to do. And then we have an input of the of this, which is taking in. Where are you at? There it is. Taking in this to make the sulfur. So I think you could go like this. Connect that pipe up like that. For your purified water. Or is that too much purified water on that one? That is. That's got to actually go out to the water system as well. And then this will have sulfur coming out we need to manage and deal with. We have a radical surplus of purified water, don't we? We do. Okay. So we could actually connect that up as long as we're willing to vent it here too. I don't know that that's what I want to do with it. I might just do a something different. This will need to connect up to that there. And we aren't using all of that either. So either we need to overflow it, and either we need to take it to our sulfur staging area, or we need to bring it back to or we need to just vent it here. Either one. And then finally we have this shared build here that we talked about earlier, and that can just be this making hydrogen, or no, nitrogen and oxygen. That's a good spot for the oxygen. Nitrogen could come down, and then we just have one of these. Like that. The nitrogen comes down to here. The oxygen goes up to there, and we end up venting one of them. Which one was it again? Nitrogen. And that should be fine, I think, as well. If you have any thoughts or input, by all means, let me know. Next time, we can start piecing this all together and get it spun up and working. This I will think about a little bit on how I want to connect this up with this in mind, so that we can take the mud water. Oh, we could actually just rotate this way, spin this whole thing 90 degrees here. That can output and go into this, and then I think we're good. But we'll figure that part out next time as well. So thank you all for joining me, and I will see you then. Bye for now.